On a freezing winter night in Boston, the kind of cold that cuts right through your coat, Liam Foster stood on a subway platform. The air was sharp, and every breath felt like ice. Across the tracks, he saw a man sitting on a bench, shivering uncontrollably. He wore nothing but a thin, worn-out sweater. No jacket, no scarf, nothing to shield him from the bitter wind. People hurried past, their faces buried in their collars, focused only on getting home. Liam watched, feeling a pang of guilt. He told himself someone else will surely help. He had places to be, a life to live. It was easier to look away, but then an announcement crackled over the speakers. The train was delayed. The minutes stretched on, and the cold deepened, becoming almost unbearable even for Liam in his warm coat. He couldn't ignore it any longer. The image of the shivering man was seared into his mind. He couldn't just stand there. Taking a deep breath, Liam unzipped his own jacket. It was his favorite, the one that had kept him warm through so many Boston winters. He walked across the platform, his steps echoing in the quiet station. He gently draped the jacket over the man's shoulders. The man looked up, his eyes wide with a mixture of shock and disbelief. He started to protest, to push it away. "No, you need this more than I do," Liam said, his voice soft but firm. He smiled warmly. "I can get another one. But you need this tonight. Please." The man's shoulders relaxed, and he pulled the jacket tighter around himself. He whispered a quiet thank you, a phrase that sounded like it hadn't been spoken or heard in a very, very long time. Just then, the train screeched into the station. Liam boarded, feeling the immediate chill without his coat, but a different kind of warmth spread through his chest. He didn't look back. He didn't want to make it a big deal. It was just a jacket. Weeks turned into months. The snow melted and spring began to hint at its arrival. The memory of that night faded, just another moment in a busy life. One ordinary morning, Liam was called into his manager's office. He walked in, expecting a routine meeting. His manager smiled and said, "Liam, there's someone I'd like you to meet." A man stood up from a chair in the corner of the room. He was dressed in a clean, professional suit, his face bright with a confident smile. Liam's heart stopped for a second. It was him, the man from the subway platform. "I'm not sure if you remember me," the man said, his voice steady and clear. "You gave me your jacket on a very cold night." Liam was speechless, frozen in place. The man continued, "That night, after you left, I didn't go back to the streets. I went to a shelter. I decided I wasn't going to give up. I got help. I found my footing, and today I work here, in this company. My job is to help other people get a fresh start, just like I did." He then reached into a bag he had beside him and placed something on the manager's desk. It was Liam's jacket, perfectly clean, neatly folded. "I kept it all this time," the man explained, his eyes shining, "because it was a reminder that someone out there cared, that I mattered." Liam walked out of that office feeling warmer than he had all winter. The chill he'd felt on the subway platform was a distant memory, replaced by a profound realization. He learned something that day that he would carry with him for the rest of his life. You might forget the kindness you give, but the person who receives it never, ever will. A single, small act can change everything. It's a reminder that we all have the power to be the turning point in someone else's story. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that inspire. See you next time.